How it all began, ladies and gentlemen. How it all began. Crack-a-lacking guys and girls, hopefully everyone's doing alright. I know I am. The third ultra electric mountain bike, and of course the electric mountain bike which started my e-mountain biking adventures back in 2019. Today I get to show you the original bike I built, the Freedom. So this was the first electric mountain bike I built, and this has effectively remained the template behind all my other builds. The way in which it's built is technically stock, so I'll jump into what the bike looks like and go through the components I have put on there. Don't judge me, because I know a lot of people will be quick to say it's a bit outdated. Don't worry, the bike will be revived because of newer technology and suspension out there, but needless to say, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's been rendered obsolete. So first of all, we'll note that the bike is in its stock configuration, so it's rocking 140mm of travel at the back and 140 up front. Now, being as this bike originally was rolling on 27.5-inch wheels, it was okay. I really did like it. But ever since I've got the Specialized Enduro, which is rocking 29-inch wheels, I always wanted to see what a Bafang Ultra electric mountain bike felt with that kind of wheel set. So I decided to use the Levo hardtails wheel set for a time being, and it does fit. I'm rocking a 2.4-inch tyre at the back and a 2.35 in the rear. The 2.4 is a Continental Trail King. Again, don't judge me. It was a tyre which I got fairly cheaply from Wiggle. I think it was $11.99, so you know, cheap as chips for me. And the front tyre is a Shrubby Magic Mary in a 2.35. The dropper seat post, of course, is a 170mm Brand X dropper seat post. This is the XL2, the externally routed one. All my other frames do use internally routed, but because this was the bike in which is the prototype template, I decided to go externally routed, routing through the top tube and then coming out. Easier to maintain that way, but yeah, one could argue that it's not the best cosmetically pleasing and appealing. 800mm bars. And yes, always I am rocking the centre mounted display, Bafang. I forget the model number of these displays, but effectively it comes stock with all the ultra mountain bikes. Again, there's numerous displays out there you can use, and of course rocking the Krogard XL. Now the fork, being as I've recently converted this to a 29-inch wheel, I did have to go through my parts bin, and I do have a set of RockShop Recon RLs in 140mm travel. They're doing the job, but I won't lie to you, I am on the lookout for something a little bit better. All in all, for anyone out there who's thinking that bikes don't last for long, especially electric mountain bikes, this has been used. I gladly say that. And you know, even though that I built this in 2019, technically this is a 2018 style frame, so the geometry of it does reflect that, but it still works, it's still going strong. And yes, you'll forgive the fact that it is rocking a kickstand right there, but hey, at least I can prop it up in order to take some pictures and, you know, make sure that the bike can actually stand without finding a stick or anything. Anyway, you guys have heard me talk long enough about this bike and the power of the motor and what you can do with it, so why don't we jump onto the GoPro footage and I'll show you exactly how this bike feels, how this bike rides, any noises which come from the bike, and my overall opinions as to how it's stacked up. 2 years of owning it, or building it as it were.
Alright, let me show you what this thing can do. making sure the kickstand's up. So I will say this, moving from 27.5s to 29s, I have noticed that the speed of this thing has increased dramatically. Oh yeah. My days, the rolling momentum on this has really increased. It's crazy. Now this only has 140 millimeters of travel front and rear. So one could argue that the bike does feel balanced. Which it is. But with that being said, even with the, well, one could argue the inferior components, the bike is handleable. That is the one thing I do like about the Fox rear shocks. Ooh, they do feel pretty good. And they hold good traction as well for the rear. Gee whiz. Dirt bikers have really gone to town on this thing. I can tell someone's tried to make some kind of a pump track around here. Someone's been digging. Someone's definitely been digging around here. You know, this bike is rocking a 50 mil stem. All my others I've gone down, but like I said, this is kind of like the prototype, the build in which I based all my others around. See, we got up that just with throttle in level 1. I gladly say, with all my ultra builds, I am not timid with them. So even though this is rocking a 32 mil stanchion fork, you know, I will use it. Oh, on your right, sir. Thank you. Alright, so this is where sport mode, how I've programmed it, kind of gets into its element. And it starts to drizzle. It's not snow and ice. Man, that's exactly the reason why I wouldn't mind swapping out the cassette. I know I could have ordinarily got up there. That is the annoying thing. Like, it can, I know there's a poor excuse, poor attempt. You know what, bear with me. Let me show you. Let me show you. Alright, let's try this again. And we were just doing that gently, ladies and gentlemen. Granted, my cassette was it's not favourable. Oh, sorry, let me get this guy's way. Alright. Let's do this. Only this time, we're not going to give ourselves a running start. There you go. What?
Alright guys, that's going to be me for now. Yeah, I hear sirens, but it's not for me, don't worry. But as I was going to say, Bafang Ultra meets 29ers equals an amazing time and a great exploration feature. I'm going to have to mess around with this, so this bike will probably remain a 29er, but the suspension will be revised. I'll probably bump up the travel in terms of the front fork, and for the rear I'll probably keep it as 140, but I'll probably change the rear shock. But as always guys, expect the 4th ultra electric mountain bike for next week, the Enduro build. And if you like this type of stuff, hit that like button, comment down below, and until then, take it easy.